Hi, and welcome to Inside Northside Video Magazine, your award-winning source for Northside school news and information. I'm your host, Joylyn O'Cusey. Keeping our schools safe is a responsibility we all share. That's why Northside has implemented Safeline, a phone line where students, parents, and others may call anonymously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Northside TV was at Leon Valley Elementary where Safeline made its official debut.
We told you it'll all be bad. If you don't think so, why don't you try that? Stop something bad. We're making this grow. Let's catch these guys before they break the rules.
Thanks for your time to stay true to what you heard. True, girl.
Safeline! Through skits and songs, students were informed about Safeline's purpose. Students are encouraged to call 706-SAFE to report any criminal activity, violation of school policy, or potential safety hazards within the school district. The best thing about making the call is you don't have to give your name.
I learned that you can make an anonymous call if you don't want to get your friends in trouble.
Very good. Nice job.
I think the fact that it's anonymous will definitely encourage a lot more high school students to respond, because that's a big deal with high school students ratting out your friends, and not everyone wants to do that. So this way they won't know who it is, but they'll still get the message out there.
I think it's pretty important to have the Safeline, and I'm glad they do, because it gives the kids an outlet to give out the problems which are going on in the schools, which not everyone is aware of.
Northside launched Safeline as a result of the district's recommendations in the Crisis Management Plan.
Given the recent violent episodes in schools across the country, I think any school district needs to do everything reasonable and possible to prevent violence. And we see this as having great potential to prevent violence. Many of the episodes that occurred involved situations where the perpetrators made statements ahead of time that they planned to commit violence, and those statements were not reported. Had they been communicated to authorities, many of those incidents could have been prevented. So we're just asking students and parents to help make our schools as safe as possible.
Now I got a friend who's bringing a gun, and my first thought is to turn and run. But I gotta do what's right. I gotta play it all safe. Do what's right, for goodness sake.
706-SAFE is the number we want all students and parents to memorize. Students play a key role in keeping their school safe, and by calling 706-SAFE to report any safety concern is a step in the right direction.
I learned that it's okay to call Safeline. You don't have to tell them your name, and it's okay to call Safeline. You can count on them with all your problems.
Northside Chief of Police John Page explains what happens after a phone call is made to the district Safeline.
We will get an immediate notification when a message is left, and staff on duty will listen to that message and then, of course, take the appropriate action from the information that's left on the message.
Chief Page also says the more information a caller can give, the better. He understands that students may be scared to give out detailed information. However, it's the detailed information that can keep a school safe. Northside Police will use old-fashioned detective skills to investigate tips that come through Safeline.
It will involve hard work at the beginning, and there may well be an initial rash of calls, some of which may be prank calls. But, you know, they'll deal with that, and we hope that in the long run that it'll be an effective tool, and the legitimate reports will be received and acted on, and violence will be prevented.
Students should always tell their teacher, counselor, or administrator if they see or hear something that would hurt them, their friends, their teacher, or their school. For students who would rather keep their identity anonymous, they can call Northside Safeline at 706-SAFE.
I would probably call for something more serious, such as shootings. Someone said they were going to bring a gun, because that hits really close to home for me, because I knew someone that died in Columbine, and I would be willing to do everything it takes to prevent someone from going through what I know I went through when that happened.
If you have a problem, if it's important to tell, no matter how small it is. If it's a broken piece of equipment on a playground or a gun at school, it's important to call. And it's anonymous, so there's no problem calling at all.
One more time, you got a problem, who you gonna call?